Islam Makhachev is not actually the hardest matchup for JDM at welterweight. It's Ian Garry. I know, this is my craziest MMA take, but I'm going to explain why. Ian is, since he first came in, I was looking at this dude, this fucking Irish bastard. I was looking at his fights, I was like, fuck man, this dude is legit. He's very, very good on the feet. And I always said that him versus JDM will be the best matchup in the division. Now keep in mind, this is when Ian was low in the rankings, and I think JDM was actually unranked at the time. You know, I'm a hardcore fan. You know, my opinion matters more than anyone else on here, right? And as I saw more of Ian, one thing he started doing in his fights, and one thing I noticed, is that he is not afraid to make a fight stinky. And what do I mean by making a fight stinky? I mean stinking like shit, bro. Like if he's losing, or if it's a super dangerous opponent, say if he fought somebody with one hit knockout power, Ian would be more than happy to just pitter-patter from the outside, keep him at range, throw leg kicks, you know, kind of like an Adesanya sort of performance. He also is not afraid to wrestle when he needs to, and he will hold people up against the cage and just grind it out like he did with MVP. Like he's not afraid to have a boring fight if it means that he'll win. So how does this translate over to JDM? Right. I'm so glad that you asked. JDM. With Islam, let's talk about him versus Islam for a second. So with Islam, JDM is seen as like a hard counter to Islam, yeah? Islam can do the takedowns, but JDM has this iron wall defense where people seem to think he's not going to be taken down. Or if he does get taken down, he'll be able to get back up. I think we could all agree that on the feet, JDM beats Islam. So that iron takedown defense means that fight will be mainly on the feet. If everything goes to plan, if it's kind of going how most people are seeing it, well, it's still kind of 50-50, but a lot of people are saying Islam's not going to be able to take him down, or he's not going to be able to control him. It's going to be fought on the feet. JDM's just going to fucking piece him up, cunt, and just fucking destroy him on the feet, yeah? With Ian, obviously, if you can stop Bilal Muhammad from taking you down, if JDM has success with Islam and stops him from taking him down as well, Ian Garry is not going to be able to do it. What does this mean? It's like all the other fights, they're going to take place on the feet. That is where the danger is with Ian. Ian wants this to be on the feet. JDM has that style where he's a very precise, clean puncher. He presses forward. We've seen Ian be in fights where he will counter-strike. He keeps people at range. He's very good with distance management. Like, bro, this could be a stylistic mismatch on the feet specifically. Some counters to this is that we've seen Ian, when shit doesn't go his way, he will shoot. He will try to take down. That's not going to work. But I don't know, bro. I just think that Ian is that good where I could see him giving JDM some problems on the feet. Like, I'm picturing the fight in my mind, and I can picture JDM having trouble kind of closing distance, getting in to get his boxing combos off. I could see Ian making it like Ian's kind of got his hands outstretched. He's doing the oblique kicks to JDM's knees. We might even see JDM shoot out of frustration on Ian, which would be crazy. Like, everybody seems to be writing that matchup off. Like, oh, bro, so many people would just write Ian off. Like, I'm telling you, I think that he really is the boogeyman of this division. Ooh! Like, everyone said it was Shavkat, but Ian's has been out here putting in work. He takes short notice fights against people. He does pretty well even in those short notice fights. I think with full camps, he does even better. There is the whole thing about him being on a vegan diet, and obviously JDM is like a really fucking big welterweight cunt. Perfect popping off that jab. But I don't know, man. Like, I can see the stylistic mismatch on the feet, and a lot of people are just kind of brushing it off. Or, you know, you say, I think Ian Garry's harder for JDM than Islam. And it's like, what are you talking like, bro? First off, I got a YouTube channel talking about this. This is my first ever video, bro. Like, that immediately makes my opinion more important. But people take it as when you say that, they they think you're saying that Ian is a better fighter than Islam. Like, no, I think Islam is more well-rounded. I just think with this particular matchup against Jake Della specifically, I think Ian has more of a shot. I think Ian has more of a shot than... He has more of a shot at frustrating JDM on the feet and finding success than Islam does. Islam's shot at beating JDM is in the wrestling, I feel. Islam is a good striker, but I think Ian is better on the feet than Islam. But that's... Oh, voice crack. Fuck! But that is one matchup that I've been wanting to see for the longest time. Back when Ian, like I'd only seen a couple of his fights, I was like, oh, bro, this is 100% a banger. But then you see Ian start stinking it up a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it wouldn't be. At that point, I thought Ian would beat JDM, but after JDM's last performance against Bilal, bro, it is hard to pick against him after a performance like that. Because at that time, I thought that if they got into it on the feet, Ian wins, JDM wins, but I thought Ian would be able to bring out the wrestling and stink it up against JDM because he wouldn't be afraid to do that. But, you know, based on what we saw against Bilal, bro, I think if Bilal can't take him down, and then especially if Islam can't in their upcoming fight, I don't really think there's a chance that Ian does it either. But let me know what you think about my thoughts. Probably think I'm a crackhead. I'm going to get hated on. I'm going to get all the dislikes. Or probably not. This is my first ever video. This is probably going to get 0 views. So it doesn't really matter. This is just a receipt for later on. I can point people back here and say, look, I told you. I fucking told you that it'd be a good fight. I told you Ian would give him trouble. Bro, I'm actually pointing with my finger in real life as I say that. But that's all for this one. Let me know what you think. Peace.